guys. Sorry it's been so long since I've been able to post. It's been a crazy couple weeks. Winter is coming on fast here, and because of the wasps, I was kind of driven out of my yard for quite a while. I think they're better now. They're not gone, but I'm not being swarmed like I was. So the spraying that I paid to have done seems to be effective. I volunteered to help at a thrift store. Imagine that, because I like junk so much. Anyway, the upside of that is, which also could be a downside, is I get to take home whatever I want without having to pay for it. So that's nice. So they pay me in that way. And yesterday she was so sweet. I had to run the store by myself for several hours, and she bought me a beautiful bouquet of flowers and a new plant. And here, let me grab it. It's pretty. Oops, sorry. I don't really know the name of it. Secresita or Padilla or something. I hope that is showing in the camera. I trimmed it just a little bit. It got kind of bunged up in coming home. I think something tipped over on it. But anyway, it's doing good. The white spots that are on it, I did when I sprayed it with neem, just to make sure that. But since I had to go to work early yesterday, well, it wasn't that early, but early for me. I had plants coming in the mail, and I would have normally done an unboxing, but I couldn't because I had to go to work. But I didn't want them sitting all crunched up in the box all day long and into the night. And I know that when I do get home from standing on my feet for all that time, I'm tired and I don't feel like doing anything but barely feeding myself and getting showered and getting in bed. So here's what I got, and had one little kind of limp casualty, and this is off of the epithelium yellow and white, and this is the plant that it was drooping on this one little, where are we, right here, this little piece right here, and it was just, falling over, and I couldn't do anything with it. It wasn't going to make it, so I pulled it off. I'll reroot it and repot these guys and get them going. But I wanted to show you this much so far. I did get them sprayed last night. And this is another epithelium sparkling burgundy. I think they're basically the same plant, just different color flowers. And I don't know, I have that, I'm really being drawn to Ripsalis and the jungle cactus varieties. I don't like the pokey cactuses. These kind of look like they have pokies on them, but they really don't. They're soft, whatever is there. And then I got a lip. Oh man, I'm not gonna even go there. Here, see if you can see that. I hope the camera's focusing. Anyway, that's what this is, and it's quite long. I'm gonna lay it on its side to get it all in the camera. And I haven't even pulled the tape or anything off the top. I did give them a little water, and they're fine. I'm going to repot them as soon as I finish this video. Where was that? Sticking. There we go. And finally, imagine this. I got another Hoya. And it's a Hoya sergioensis. Let me see if I can get that to show. The vine is getting in my camera. There, I hope that is showing up. The leaves are amazing. Look at the size of the leaves compared to the palm of my hand. and this is just, you know, a little baby, and it's getting new leaves. It has a nice vine. It doesn't look like it lost the tip in shipping, or yet anyway. So I am going to get these all potted up. Another one of the things that I've been doing is outside, which has to be done. The time is critical because it has to be done in, before it gets freezing, is fixing all the peeled paint spots on the house. It just happens. Snow eats the paint right off stuff here. And so I had to sand all that, primer it, and repaint it. And then I think I spent about 4 days up on a very tall ladder. Scared the heck out of myself. And then my cat kennel, I was going to paint it, you know, my high-rise cat kennel, the wooden one. I was just going to paint the door on it, and as I started I took the windows off to paint, and as that started happening, the door just started, I was sanding on it, and the door just literally started falling apart right before my eyes. It was like, are you kidding me? There's no saving this. So I had to rebuild the door, and I don't have a clue what I'm doing, but I'll get these repotted because that's kind of priority right now. I have the door back on. It's rebuilt. I have it back on. I just need to put the windows in. And so I will get all this done. I'll repot these, get those windows in, and then I'll come back and show a little clip at the end of what took me so dang long and why I've been gone, because I've just been busy. And I have to do this stuff now or winter's going to catch me. And I think it was 39 degrees this morning, which is, it's okay. And I'm pretty well, I have one more thing that I'd like to paint, sand down and paint, but I don't know if I'm going to get to it. I think I'm going to get caught by time. Oh, and another thing, working at the thrift shop, speaking of, I've been picking up these bigger pie plates, and these are in that pretty blue. And I'm using them for saucers under the plants, because those plastic ones, they don't last very long. And considering, I mean, they weren't really free because I worked all day for them, but so I got 2 of the blue ones, and then I got this white one, and I think it's a souffle dish. I'm not sure. I'm not a cook, but anyway, it's got nice straight sides, so that'll work good for a pot. And I don't have any particular plants in mind, but I always have leaking plastic saucers, and they annoy me, and they get holes in them, so these glass dishes will work really great. Anyway, okay, I will shut this down, get these plants potted up, get the windows on the thing, come back and show you my finished deal. Be back in a minute. Hi. Okay, I'm back. I have these guys repotted and a few other things. It looks like I've taken them from those little teeny tiny pots they were in and put them in ginormous pots. But this is, when I don't have the right size pot, I kind of do a little hack that, these are actually, I think they're 3-inch pots. They're not, they might be 4-inch, but if they're 4-inch, they're small 4 inches. But what I do is, because these white cups that I like to use from the dollar store are deep, and later I do plant into them, I put enough perlite in the bottom that the bottom of the pot actually rests on the perlite, and that, so I'm able to pot into a smaller pot, and then it sets in the bigger pot. Looks better, but it's fine. I've done this several times now, and it works really well. And the Hoya one is in a, I prefer to use the clear plastic cups, but I don't have any of that size. The Hoya one is just sitting in a plastic cup, so it'll be fine. They all have really nice roots, and they can stand with a little bit of an update, because I think these guys were in 3-inch pots. There was one that was in a 2-inch pot. I think maybe this one. Anyway, I wanted to show you another thing. another thrift store find. It was just a single knitting needle, and they were gonna throw it in the trash, and I said, no, I'll take that. So what I do is I will kind of roll up these scratchy pads. A lot of us have the water, we're rooting things in water, and the green algae grows on the sides of the jars and whatnot, and a lot of them have narrow necks and you can't get down into them. Yeah, I know they make scrub brushes for that, but a lot of those scrub brushes don't have, well, you push on them and they just bend, they don't, stay. So what I'd been doing on mine, piece of Velcro there, sorry, is I'll just fold these little, these 3M pads or whatever they are, and stick them down in the hole. And then I'll take the knitting needle and use it to scrape around the insides. It's not working very good on this because the mosaic tabletop is rough and it's catching it, but it really cleans out the insides of the vases and the bottles quickly. So if you guys find a oddball knitting needle at a yard sale or happen to have one laying around your house, it's good. They also make great plant stakes. I'm going to keep my eye out for more. I don't know how long. This one's over a foot tall, but it make a great stake to support things. And I don't know what it's made of. Aluminum, maybe? I don't know. I don't know if they'll rust right away. That tip is probably iron. It would probably rust, but I think the stake part would be okay for a while. Anyway, that's it for now. I will run out and get those cage doors on. It's cold out there still. And then I'll be back with that little bit of a video and try to make it short. So, all right, we'll see you in a minute. Okay, guys, finally back, finally done with this dang thing. I'm so tired of it that hopefully I will have inserted a photo of what was left of the original door that was on it. And I believe it's about 6.5 foot tall. It's 30 inches wide, give or take a 1/4 inch. And that's that. There's some touch-up painting to do. I'm not going to paint the aluminum windows that were dump shopped, and the metal bottom needs to be scrubbed. There's a part of a wasp nest on that. Imagine that. Then this is the other thing that I need to redo. It's the catwalk between the high-rise kennel and my outdoor kennel space for them. I'm blinded by the sun, but I think it's 10 by 15 feet long, 10 foot wide. And I built me and my dump shopping scab together crap. I took an old bed frame, put a slab of metal on it that came with when I had to order the new piece of metal for my roof, and I screwed it to the bed frame, put it up like that. It's on a dump shop. I think it was supposed to have been an original gate, but that lower kennel on the left, there's 2 of them, has the litter box in it, and I need to be able to get into that dang litter box in the wintertime. And the way it was happening before, I couldn't. I fixed the door, the gate door, so it swings both ways now, so I can pull it out and shovel my way in. It just made me crazy to not be able to clean that litter box for a couple months. It was a mess. Anyway, that's it. That's what I have been working on. And then you see that outdoor unit up on the side of the house? Well, I had to put the ladder up beyond that. I had a 12-foot extension ladder extended all the way, and then after I got all done, it said, don't stand above 13 feet. It's like, oops, okay, well, it's done now, because I was clear up there at the peak of the house. I don't know how high that is up. I don't even want to measure. I'm terrified of heights. I just did it. That's, I had to do what I had to do because I couldn't get anybody to do it for me, even if I wanted to pay him. So that's it. I did a lot of bee mitigation or wasp mitigation on the doors. I don't know if you can see those darker patches. They were holes in the bifold doors, and I closed them up, and on the top and the bottom I cut them off. This one got a little bit short because the bottom had already been cut off to fit another project that I did and undid. This door worked out more, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it's just to block the main wind and stuff, and just kind of help block the snow from drifting in the winter. And so that's about it. I really thank you for watching and subscribing, liking if you choose, and we'll see y'all later. I'm ready to take a break and get something to eat. I got some burger frying on the stove, so we'll see y'all later. Bye now. Thanks.